Hey everybody, Ryan here, and it's early in the year, and I wanted to bring you my top 10 list. Pretty much this is all just 10 really awesome things that I found over the last year, or a little bit in this first week of 2018. So, in no particular order, here are my most recent top 10. First of all, DFTBA socks. I have a huge collection of goofy novelty socks. I've got about 4 dozen different pair, and I love them. My students kind of make fun of me. They are my test password during the year. If I've got Voltron socks, the password for the test is Voltron, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, novelty socks have kind of become trendy in the last few years, and I've just found that they're not made well. I guess I'm pretty tough on them. I wear dress shoes at the university a lot, and so I will wear holes in the toe or the heel of most of my socks within a few months. Now, I'm really lucky. Dawn signed me up as a surprise for DFTBA's Sock of the Month Club. I've gotten 2 pairs so far, and they are fantastic. They're really warm, they're super comfortable, and they hold up well. Just that first pair that I got in the mail, I knew that it was a really well-made pair of socks, and the designs are super awesome. I'm pretty sure, yes, I am wearing a pair right now, in fact. So I can't wait to see what other 10 pair I get throughout the year. This is the year that I was introduced to Critical Role, and that's been a huge impact on my year. I kind of knew what the show was. I know it's been around for a while. I'm a little late to the game. And honestly, looking at the episodes, some of them are 4.5 hours long. I was a little hesitant to start, but Dawn downloaded the first 10 podcasts for our trip to Kentucky. We were in the car, and we listened to 3 in a row. I was absolutely hooked. I really love the stories. I listen to them when I'm painting minis, or I'll hit mute on my computer because I play The Sims a lot. I play Sims and build neighborhoods. That's my de-stress. And I'll just listen to these awesome adventures. And listening to it has made me, I think, a better player and a better DM myself, getting to hear these different people and the different ways that they go about telling their stories. So I am a proud evangelical critter now. I was really hoping to get through the Vox Machina storyline before the new one comes out on the 11th. I don't think I'm going to quite make it. I'm on episode 60, so we'll see. But I can't wait to see what everybody does moving forward. We have a smart house. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law got me an Alexa, and I can't say it just clicked on. They got us one, and it's really fantastic. I'd been thinking about upgrading the house. We haven't replaced like the outlets themselves, but we've gotten the smart lights and a couple of smart speakers, as well as the Amazon Hub, and that's just been really great. It's fun to play with. It's fun to do all of the goofy things, asking her weird questions. Alexa, ask the DM about the fireball spell.
Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed dexterity save, or half as much on a success.
We actually refer to as our new roommate so that we don't accidentally trigger it sometimes. But yeah, it's just kind of made the house a little easier and more comfortable to be in. I get to walk downstairs, say good morning, and the lights come on to a really energizing bright blue color, and I start my coffee while I hear about the news and the weather and all that stuff, traffic reports. It's just nice, it's easy, it's seamless, and that's been really fun. We got these little weird spa mist vaporizer things. I have no idea what they're really called, and they're fantastic. We have one that sits downstairs, and it's got LED lights on it. We can put essential oils in it, and it's been fantastic because during the winter, our house gets really dry, and we shock everything all the time. We shock each other. The other day, Dawn shocked me through the dog when she got off of the sofa. It was insane. And these misters really help cut down on that. We both sleep better because we have a second one in the bedroom that has this calming oil in it. It's a small thing. And yeah, I guess maybe it's homeopathy to a certain degree, and I don't know how you feel about that, but I've noticed a difference. The house smells really nice, and I just think they're cool. This year I started reading the Dark Tower series. Again, this is something that I'm coming to pretty late in the game. I was excited for the movie. I liked the movie. That pause was for people to troll in the comments, I'm sure. but I enjoyed the movie, and I wanted to read a couple of the books before I saw the film. I know that they exist independently of each other, or an alternate, or whatever arguments you want to have about it. I really enjoy these books. I'm in the 4th book now. I certainly see Idris Elba when I'm reading about what it is that's going on, but it's such a vast and immersive world, and it's a lot of fun, and so I'm glad I found these. I know I'm a little late to the game, but I can't wait to kind of just keep going through the story of the Gunslinger. Comfy t-shirts! Comfy t-shirts are fantastic. I've sort of rediscovered them, and they are great. Those of you that have been following us for a long time certainly have seen all of my different fashion choices that I have throughout the years. I always love to have a little bit of a weird flair for things, whether it was my turn of the century bare knuckle boxer mustache, or a Victorian England type suit, or just my different suits that I wear to work, which I love. Honestly, I've just gotten a bit of a collection of comfy, goofy, novelty t-shirts, mostly from Target. So there's the plug if they want to start sponsoring us, and they're absolutely great. I've got a Millennium Falcon t-shirt on today, as well as a couple of other really cool ones. We've got one with Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and a Dungeons & Dragons one that you probably will see Don and I wearing in a number of videos. They're great, they're comfortable, they're cheap, and so I got like a dozen of them, and it's pretty cool. This year for the holidays, I got Dawn a bunch of papercraft PDFs from Fat Dragon, and they're really cool. There's a little bit of a learning curve. Maybe you're better at it, or maybe I just haven't figured out where the instruction page is, but it's pretty quick to pick up. They've added a nice level of depth to our gaming. I used them in my holiday special game, and Dawn likes to throw a couple of bookshelves and beds and a fireplace onto the grid map whenever we walk into a new room, and it's nice. It's a nice little extra something for your session. We'll be doing a full review video for the Fat Dragon papercraft files. We don't have a 3D printer, so we can't do that one yet, but who knows, maybe in the future, so keep a lookout for that video as well. I'm a big fan of gin. I like gin, and it's probably my favorite sort of adult beverage to go to, and so I absolutely have to talk about how much I enjoy New Riff Distillery and their Kentucky Wild Gin. It's absolutely a favorite of mine. It's crisp and cool. It doesn't have that super piney taste that you sometimes can associate with gin. I like to just throw in a little bit of tonic water and ice, and maybe a splash of lemon or lime. It's really great on a warm day, or just at the end of the day, or whatever. It also makes for an absolutely fantastic martini. So if you're a fan of alcohol and you're a fan of gin, or you want to try gin, I absolutely would suggest New Riff. One of my favorite things over the last year is Dungeons & Dragons. That sounds a little weird, I know. Specifically, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I first played D&D 2.0, the 2nd edition when that came out. That's what I played, and I fell in love with that. I'm gonna be honest, 3rd edition or 3.5 or 4, I don't even think I played 4. I stopped playing D&D because, to me, my opinion is that it became sort of min-maxing and math the game. For me, playing D&D, as well as a bit of playing Pathfinder, it just became, there was a specific way to create your character. If you didn't build a rogue in this way, or a paladin in that way, your character wasn't as strong and wasn't as good of a contribution. Now that might speak a little bit to the groups that I was running with for a while, but I moved away from the fantasy stuff. I started playing a lot more of Shadowrun and a little bit of GURPS and some of the other systems that we've talked about that are out there. The reason why I love 5th edition so much is it feels like when I first started playing D&D again. It, to me, is a lot easier to get into the storytelling of the characters and the campaign and the world, and that's why I play. So I really like 5th edition, and I really appreciate that I've been able to fall in love with D&D again. On the theme of gaming, I really appreciate that I have a regular gaming schedule now. Our group meets every 2 weeks. And unless there's somewhat of an emergency or a major holiday coming up, it's always every 2 weeks. Now, Dawn is our DM, and she's been really smart in the way that she's able to have player characters come and go if they need to, if someone just can't make it. And she talks about that in some of her GM diaries. But just knowing that in 14 days, I'll get together with this same group of people and continue the story and continue the adventure, that is great. It gets tough to schedule games, especially as you get older and have a family and all those different responsibilities, and the luxury of playing on a set schedule is something I definitely won't take for granted because it's so great having it back. So there you go. 10 things that I found over the last year that I absolutely love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Roll for Initiative.